I'm Jamone. I've been a comedian for over 30 years, and life on the road can get a bit lonely. So I want to return to simpler times. So I'm heading out the road with good friends, camping, glamping, no hotels, no theatres, no supplies, no plans, no worries. So here we are in Maryborough. We're halfway through our journey now. I'm on my own for a few days. I spent a lot of time on my own as a comic. Nice old town, bit of history. Home of the author of Mary Poppins, Pamela Lyndon Travers, who was born 9 months after her parents got married. Not that I'm one to judge, but yeah, just sneaked it in there, didn't she? Tomorrow, I'm meeting up with Jay Waimara on Fraser Island. But tonight, I'm on my own, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm fascinated by the character of the swagman in Waltzing Matilda. As a comic, I can really identify with the sense of solitude. Even when you're surrounded by people, you can sometimes feel alone. Blackest colours. My true love's hair. Starting to feel like the swag man now. He probably didn't have a guitar or an esky or a four-wheel drive, but I'm still starting to feel like him. Maybe this is the new me. I don't need much apart from a four-wheel drive, an esky, a guitar. Yeah, who am I kidding? Finally in bed. God's sake, gotta go to the toilet. Try and take my mind off it. Oh, that didn't work. For God's sake. Hang on. There's a saucepan here. The next morning, I caught the ferry over to Fraser Island to meet Jay. He's offered to show me around. Is that meant to be happening? The water meant to be coming in? Fraser Island feels wonderfully remote. Or is it just hard to get to? Jay, how'd you get here?
Black magic.
Black magic? You got my hat on.
Yeah, it's part of the spell. Welcome to Fraser. Yeah,
Let's go see it. You got a four-wheel drive, I hear.
I did. They grow naturally in this part of the world. You don't mind pink, do you?
Here we go, a pink four-wheel drive. This is my kind of adventure. So where are you from, Jay?
Family's from the Torres Straits.
That's kind of from where to where?
Oh, so if it's from the tip of Australia, Cape York, and up above you've got the coast of Papua New Guinea.
Yep.
There's a group of islands smack dab in the middle.
You always say Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders.
Yeah, because we count ourselves as a part of the whole, but we are distinct in terms of the culture, in terms of the rites and rituals we practice.
Nice scenery, but I think someone needs to have a word with the council about these roads.
Black man and an Irishman wander into the bush. One of them knows where they're going.
Which one?
At this point, my native tracking skills sort of run out, mate. Whoop. I was raised Anglican.
Get out.
I was an altar boy.
Oh, so was I.
Were you?
Yeah.
Ah.
I was very small, and I was bringing up the water and wine to the priest, and I stood on the robe and I tripped, and I threw the red wine all over the priest. But you could hear the whole church trying not to laugh. It's doing that.
Meanwhile, Auntie Glenn in the corner is just like, oh yeah, there's Jamoan.
It's Auntie Lucy, actually.
Oh, Auntie Lucy, I'm sorry.
After an hour's drive, we finally made it to the beach. Oh, yeah. I hope we're allowed to drive on it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Left or right? Left or right?
Left.
Let's go right.
No, my other left, that's right.
How long have you been doing stand-up for?
I've been doing stand-up since I was 15.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I did study a little bit of it, like watching it on telly and whatever.
Uh-huh.
Now, up until that point, I was just doing impressions and just trying to make my classmates laugh.
Who are you doing impressions of?
Jimmy Stewart, for one. And I said, well, I'm Jim and you're Jim. That's really interesting, isn't it?
And did you know any other Indigenous kind of stand-ups?
Yeah, so at that time, Sean Shulborough had become a bit more famous after doing Raw.
Right.
And I thought, oh, fantastic, like an Indigenous comedian. It's like, I didn't know we could do that. I'm glad someone's doing it. So, mate, we're about to get on a plane.
Oh. This day just keeps getting better. Hey, I like your shorts. In the case of an emergency, put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Fraser Island is named after Eliza Fraser, who was the wife of the captain who crashed his boat there. And of course, he blamed her for the whole thing. Nice trip. Not as good as those shorts, though.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Go. Time for one last stop before we head back. Wow, white sand.
Do you have any advice for a young comedian coming through the ranks like myself?
Don't take advice. Never take advice. Be yourself. That's my advice.
Sound advice.
By the time we reached G'day Park's Harvey Bay, it was late and we were pretty exhausted. After a good night's sleep, we were ready for the next adventure. But first, some supplies before we head out. This is better. And with fashion taken care of, we're ready for Jay's surprise. Jay told me they had never seen a whale before, so I thought it was time to correct that. It's been busy over the last couple of days, so it'll be nice to sit back and have a gentle boat ride. Finally, it was calm again. Now all we need is some whales. Hello, whales? But we didn't have to wait too long.
Oh my goodness.
I hope you see a little bit of breaching here, so apparently whales love jokes. Drunk guy goes into the library and he says, "Can I have some fish and chips, please?" Librarian goes, "This is a library." And he goes, "Sorry, can I have some fish and chips, please?"
We have just been informed that whales like singing, so everybody in Walish. It looks like that didn't work. I blame the people at the front of the boat. Your singing is terrible. Oh my gosh!
Oh, okay.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I told you.
Oh! What was it?
So this is a behaviour called tail slapping, and it is a form of communication. So that whale is saying, I am here, and either come closer to the other whales or stay away.
This has been a great day so far, but I'd love to see one of those wheelie bomb things that they do.
Oh, there he is.
Nice of him to do it in slow motion too. Now, back to the park to drum up an audience for tonight's show. Is this the man you were talking about that's been annoying you? Come to the show? You come to the show? That's it. Millsy, I'm here with your mum and dad. I'm the Doug. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We'll see you tonight. Paparazzi, listen, paparazzi. Right, now that's sorted. Time for us to get to the show. And as everybody knows, in showbiz, it's all about the entrance. Showtime. Okay, let's do it.
Don't be fooled. I'm not about to do the Welcome to Country. I'm not from here, okay? Instead, I'm going to do the acknowledgement of country. So strap in while I attempt to pronounce a group of people that I only just realised existed yesterday. But of course, we'd like to pay acknowledgement and respect to the Butchulla people. Have I got that right? Butchulla. I knew I'd screw it up. It just goes to show not all black people are alike, okay? We get things wrong too. So, of course, our acknowledgement goes out to the traditional owners of the land, and any complaints, see the Irishman in the green plaid. I'm actually from Cairns in far north Queensland. A lot of people make assumptions when they first meet me. We're humans. We're naturally conditioned to make assumptions based on what's in front of us. Which means you're naturally disarmed when someone my colour and my shape has the voice of an educated white lady. So, don't believe me? Jump into your four-wheel drive and turn on your nav man. In 200 metres, please turn on to Fraser Street. I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan, I truly am. Although they filmed it in New Zealand, which I think would have been really cool if they hired, like, you know, a Kiwi Gandalf. How cool would Maori Gandalf be? Like, tattoos all up and down the sides, you know, in the scene with the Mines of Moria, and he's just sort of walking along the bridge, the Balrog's cracking the whip, and he just starts doing the haka to, you know, sort of scare him off. Or the Australian haka, which is, where are my keys? Where's my wallet? Where's my keys? Where's my wallet? Anyway, the only problem is the Kiwi accent is just so cheerful, it would undercut all of the serious moments of the film. So as soon as the Balrog turns up, Kiwi Gandalf will just be like, oh, sorry bro, you can't come on this one, quest only. And of course, you know, he gets pulled down into the chasm of Khazad-dûm, and Frodo's like, Gandalf, no! And he's like, oh, I'll catch you fellas later, you know? I'll see you in Rivendell for the Hungy Brew. Something that I really think we take assumption for is that I'm sure that somewhere along my ancestry I had gay ancestors, because I don't think we're all born straight personally. That's just my philosophy. Like, I reckon birds are gay. You know, some of them. You ever seen a curlew? No? Don't they sound like a gay man spoiling for a fight? Yeah! Some of you have watched the ABC. I appreciate that. And I think, you know, we were created that way, you know, as blackfellas. There had to be gay blackfellas somewhere along the line. You know how I know? 2 words. Rainbow serpent. Are you ready for the show, guys? Excellent. Please give it up for your local hero and musician, the musical starlings of Frank.
Said I'm so lost without you, baby, I'm so lost without you. I said I'm so lost without you, baby, I'm so lost without you.
the Irish wonder, Jamoan!
I still think I'm young. I still think I've got it. I was talking to a girl on Zoom, and it was like, you know, like she was in her prime, and I thought, oh my, I'm thinking I've still got it, but I could see her. But then in the corner of the screen, I could just see a little square of me looking back at her. That's what I need when I'm at a nightclub at 3 in the morning talking to girls. Just a little square of me in the corner, looking back at myself, going, "Go home." Just go home. You're in your 50s now. You're balding. If you've got a belly, go home. Or put a shirt on at least. I don't have any strong opinions on anything, really. I have opinions, but I'm not really committed to them. Like, I think the Chinese government are horrific. Their abuse of human rights horrendous. But I love a bargain. And when I saw this shirt, I just forgot about all of that. It's good to have morals, but they shouldn't cost you money. You know what I mean? You don't have to listen. You can tune in and tune out. It's fine. I'm doing it too. I've heard some of these jokes before. My year off, I was going to write my memoirs, but I can't really remember what happened in my life, to be honest. I always get the details wrong. You know, I go, were you there? I thought you were there. When was that? I tried to write my memoirs before, but it didn't go too well. My publisher, they got very annoyed with me. They sent me to New York, and they put me up in the Waldorf Hotel. I don't know if you've heard of the Waldorf Hotel. I was there, and they said, you've got to just stay there and finish your memoir. So it was winter, and it overlooked Central Park. And there was a girl there. She was on the bed. She was reading my memoir. She kept laughing, going, "This is hilarious." It was very distracting. And no, it wasn't New York, was it? It was Gympie. Gympie, that's right. It was the best Western. It was the best Western in Gympie. It's coming back to me now. Oh, it was my wife. My wife was on the bed. That's right. Yeah. And she said, "No one wants to read this." So I stopped. I don't really have an encore. I've been caught out doing encores where I've gone off, came back on, and everyone was gone. I thought it'd be nice to get Jay back on to finish the show with a sing-along.
You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, and his ghost may be heard as you pass by that billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Big hand for Jay Wamara as well. And everyone who helped us out, and everyone at G'day Park. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
so much. Have a good night, guys.
On our last day, we went for a walk on the longest pier in the Southern Hemisphere.
When I was growing up and watching you perform, you look like you're having a lot of fun, you know? And I really enjoyed that, and it's one of the reasons I got into comedy in the first place.
The audience can pick it. The audience can really pick that you're enjoying it, and the audience can pick it when you're dialing it in.
That's absolutely right.
I enjoyed Fraser Island, I'll be honest with you.
I've never been, and I want to thank you for coming with me.
Yeah.
You know? We're so blessed to live in such a beautiful part of the world, you know?
Well, it's great doing a TV show, isn't it? Because then you get to do all these things.
I'm not going to lie, I could get used to this.
Yeah. But if you're on tour, you wouldn't do it. Like,
No.
you just stay in Harvey Bay and then you wouldn't see it, then move to the next place. I'm enjoying I'm enjoying taking the time. What was your favourite part of it?
You know what? I've never seen a whale before, up close. Like I've never seen one. I love them, and I think they're gorgeous animals, and they're very old spirits too. You know.
The best bit for Fraser Island for me was the driving.
Oh yeah,
The
absolutely.
sand. Love that.
I don't get seasick, but I do get car sick. You know. Yeah, I'll be jumping up and down in my sleep.
Well, it was fun, wasn't it?
It was, mate. I've had more fun in the last couple of days than I've had in my whole life. It's not every day that, you know, scrubber like me from way back home in the north gets to meet someone who they admire, you know? Yeah, I'm used to, you know, seeing people come north, when here I actually got invited by you, and this is pretty special for me, you know? Like I said, and I don't want to put too fine a point on it or give you a bigger head than you've already got, but...
This hat's getting tighter with it, isn't it?
But honestly, this was really special for me. And
good.
the fact that I actually got to hang out with someone I used to watch on telly a lot is it's pretty special.
It's been a pleasure, Jay.
No worries, you too, bud. One last thing. While you're going on the road, take this with you. Have fun. Love, Jay. Yeah?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
I paid $60 for that.
In the next episode, I head to Early Beach with comedian Ting Lim.
Waltzing Jamoan, waltzing Jamoan, you'll come a waltzing Jamoan with me. And we've been to Fraser and Harvey Bay and had some barbecue. Well, that's part of waltzing Jamoan with Jamoan and me.